Hey, it's another creative day. It is Friday, and after meeting with Luis, I'm going to be doing measurements and dimensions and planning for the bathroom walls. It's pretty complicated, so just going to dig in today and maybe get some other stuff taken care of also. We'll see. Okay, back at it again. These shower walls need to be squared. I need to measure them in an X pattern and then make sure they're level up and down. Unfortunately, since I kind of winged it, I might have to move those walls. We'll find out. So the beam on the left is bowed out. It bows out to the left. And the one on the right, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's relatively straight and level both sides, which is really cool. So I moved the left beam till it was level, and then just made adjustments everywhere. It seems pretty darn close, pretty darn level. The one on the right's a little off, but not much. When I measure in an X pattern, I do get a little bit of a discrepancy, but the tape's kind of loose too, so I don't know how exact it is. But when I measure across, I'm getting 53¼ exactly from the top all the way to the bottom. So it's a little confusing why I wouldn't be perfectly square, but I think we're within ballpark. So I scraped out the foam a little bit, and now I'm gonna go through and do the hard work. I have to do all my measurements for the walls and the materials. So let's sit down and do that. I got my exact measurements so I can order the aluminum panels for the 4 sides, back, inside, other side, front side, whatever. And so I can order those sheets of aluminum. But now I just need to put up the cross beam that I took down for the shower stem. And then Luis recommended that I do some reinforcing on the walls. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So we cut some metal 2x4s and installed them in the center for additional support. Looking pretty good. There's still a couple on the bottom that I can't screw in, but maybe as I get further along in the process, I can see if I can screw through the opposite side through the shower pan, but I just don't know yet until I get the materials on. But looking pretty good, looking pretty solid. Feeling pretty confident about it. So that feels good to get the walls out of the way, and I was thinking about what to do next, and I got the new socket, so I have the last one in the back. Let's go ahead and install that. Got the socket in. Let's see if it's any better than the last one. Let's turn on the power here. Take this USB-C cable and plug in the phone. Let's see if we hear any loud noises. Okay, it's charging, it's working, and it's totally silent, or you know, if you put your ear up barely to it, it sounds just like any of the other ones. So that last one I got must have had a
reach up,
transformer.
plug in our phones.
So I'm glad I took the time to take it out and put a new one in. So now I'm looking at this thing here, which is the water pump. I'm a little intimidated, but I think we have just enough time today to work on it, so let's just go for it. Change of plans. Around the lip of the shower, I need some sheet metal or aluminum, and I can test if it rivets well into the 2x4s, the metal 2x4s. So I think I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna make a 5x33 inch sheet and then see if I can rivet it into the metal. And that way it creates a lip at the bottom that I can put the tape on to waterproof it. So let's just go for that first. So the idea here is to get this riveted into here onto this these metal beams, and then there's tape, waterproofing tape, that'll come off this and come over the lip here. So that'll make it where if there's any kind of leaks, nothing can come up and get down into the wall here. So I'm going to see if I can get these riveted in. On each side. Total success. Really excited about this. I didn't know if I could rivet right directly into the metal 2x4s. To explain what I'm doing here, it's a little complicated, but basically we need to make sure that the bottom of the shower pan is watertight, so as water comes down, it trickles off. So I had to put that strip of aluminum down there so there was something that could hold the waterproof tape that goes over the lip of the shower pan. So the next thing I'll do is once I get the tape, is I'll put that over there. It'll go on the aluminum, then over the top of the lip of the shower pan. So it'll be taped up on that aluminum. And then when I actually put the aluminum sheeting over, it'll go down to that same lip where the tape ends. And that way there's no water that can go up and back down into the wall or anything like that. So that's why I had to do that. Plus, the other thing it did was it pushed out the 2x4s in the front and made them flush with the shower pan, because I couldn't get a screw on the inside, so it was still a little wobbly. So it kind of structured the front 2x4s also. So this is a really wonderful step in the process. So I'm just kind of looking at the water pump here and trying to figure out what wires go where, and then looking at the fittings I have and seeing what it's going to take to get this connected. So I'm kind of struggling to know which wire is the negative and which is the positive. There's one that's red, so I'm just going to go for that. But first I'm going to get all the fittings together and then worry about the wires. I got everything connected, the inlet going through a filter, the filter connected to the pump, and then the outlet from the pump, and then reconnected with the PEX tubing I had set up before. Now I just have to figure out how I'm going to approach these wires. So the connectors I have, these red ones here, are actually larger than what fits in here. So I might have to trim these off and put some new connectors on both wires. Feeling nervous. I just wired the red to the red to see what would happen. I used tiny little wire nuts temporarily in case I need to swap the wires, but let's go ahead and do a test. Okay, I'm completely terrified of this thing leaking everywhere, but let's turn on the pump button and then turn on the faucet. It's making a noise. Leaking. Oh, the hoses are. Oh, hoses are leaking. Oh no, I got a leak here. Let's turn on the faucet real quick. It works. Okay, it works. I'm gonna turn off. I can say the pressure is really good because it did not leak that fast last time, and it put a lot of pressure on this shower hose that I blocked off to test it with. So that got water everywhere. I would say that's a great sign that we've got great pressure. I did test the sink real quick, that worked. So success, yay, what a great day. So I do see water here. I was a little suspicious about this connection here. This one might be leaking because it appears it's going this direction up to there. So I might have to check this one here. I don't see any leaks here. I don't feel any. Yeah, I don't feel any leaks here. So I was doing measurements for the bed, and I thought I'd go ahead and cut some of these wood pieces because I need to frame out an area that's kind of a header for the bed that blocks the or covers the junction boxes. I think the idea is you would go something like this. So I'd reach down to get into the junction boxes, and there'd be like plywood over this. Maybe something like that. Then another one below. Call me crazy, but I'm just going for it. Let's get this party on the road here. I think I'm going to leave the beam up there like that for now. It's going to end up creating kind of like a header board for the bed. But I need to kind of know for sure how high the bed frame is and measure it against other components, so I'm not going to get carried away. But I did get the foundation beam up. It's level, it's perfect. That'll serve as the base of the top of it. I put like a little wood shelf up there, and then it'll also I'll eventually box it out where it covers the junction boxes, but if I lift the lid off I can kind of get down to them a little bit. And coming up in the future, I want to do this in a wax canvas, maybe military green or kind of an ochre yellow. And then those will be the pads here. And then we'll have kind of an eclectic blend of like pillows like this, kind of cute and fun, kind of light and lively feeling. Anyway, good day. We got all this stuff rocking today. New pump, everything. So one more check out doors here before the rain comes. I'm gonna pick up this cardboard, I think. Move this table. So I guess that's it for the day. Always up to something, but it was a wonderful day. It was really nice to have super good progress. Just got a ton of stuff done, and thanks for joining me. I'm really hoping to tackle that shower bathroom next week, and we're getting somewhere. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye.